If you're just joining us, this is a bluShift Aerospace live stream of the first ever static fire test of our full-scale Modular Adaptable Rocket Engine for Vehicle Launch, or MAREVL, a next-generation hybrid rocket engine powered by a non-toxic, carbon-neutral, bio-derived solid fuel. We're starting the live stream a little early just to welcome some folks in and to super double check on a couple of different sound levels since we're testing some new technology here. Latest update from the engineers in the operations control room is that we are on schedule for a test shortly after 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. Alright, if you're just joining us, this is a bluShift Aerospace live stream of the first ever static fire test of our full-scale Modular Adaptable Rocket Engine for Vehicle Launch, or MAREVL, next generation hybrid rocket engine powered by a non-toxic, carbon-neutral and bio-derived solid fuel. We are streaming live on YouTube, but also on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Twitch. Getting some feedback on our Discord server. Appreciation for the new music. By the way, if you would like to join our Discord server, we'll have a link for you on your respective platform in just a few moments. All right. Testing the levels. Voice music mix. We got some feedback over on YouTube, and we can do a little bit better there. So I'm just going to talk over the music a little bit now, and please share in the comments if this is a little bit better. All right. Oh, got a question from Hoppy here. What time will the test happen at? Latest update, we are on track for shortly after 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. right. Thank you so much for joining us just a little bit early. As you probably know, this is a bluShift Aerospace live stream of the first ever static fire test of our full-scale MAREVL engine, powered by a non-toxic, carbon-neutral, bio-derived solid fuel. Got an email question from Daniel Rogera. Can we have more data? For example, where will the test be conducted? What are your expected thrust, chamber pressure? How many people are working on it? So some of the technical information we will get into after 2 p.m. once more folks have joined. But bluShift is located at Brunswick Landing in Brunswick, Maine. So our offices are in one of the buildings here. And the test stand is also here on the other side of the landing, kind of a more remote location. And we are coming to you live actually from a trailer with line of sight to the test stand, just over half a mile away. How many people are working on this project? At this point, it's probably close to 30 folks, between full-time employees, contractors, interns, and folks who have just showed up to help out. We'll just ballpark it at about 30. We'll get into some more of those technical stats after 2 p.m. Thanks for the question, Daniel, and by all means, keep them coming. We're getting some really lovely comments on the music, guys. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying it. We've been playing it here in the streaming trailer as we get ready to go live, and it's been very, very soothing. One of the many little things we've been working on to to go a little bit above and beyond what we have in the past. Alright, if you're just joining us, this is a bluShift Aerospace live stream, the first ever static fire test of our full-scale Modular Adaptable Rocket Engine for Vehicle Launch, or MAREVL 2.0, next-generation rocket engine powered by a non-toxic, carbon-neutral, bio-derived fuel. In just a few minutes here till the stream begins in earnest, we're very excited to show you some of the cameras of the test site and this full-scale engine, which is significantly larger than what powered Stardust in flight in January of 2020. And bluShift founder and CEO Sasha Derry, active in the comments over on YouTube. Feel free to chat with him over there, and we will be bringing him in for an interview later on in the afternoon here. If you're just joining us, this is a bluShift Aerospace live stream of the first ever static fire test of our full-scale Modular Adaptable Rocket Engine for Vehicle Launch, or MAREVL, the next-generation hybrid rocket engine powered by a non-toxic, carbon-neutral, bio-derived solid fuel. In just a little over a minute here, going to unveil a first glimpse of the test site with MAREVL 2.0 in place. Oxidizer loading is proceeding nominally, and we are on track for an engine test shortly after 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. If you're just joining us, this is a bluShift Aerospace live stream of the first ever static fire test of our full-scale Modular Adaptable Rocket Engine for Vehicle Launch, or MAREVL 2.0. This is a next-generation hybrid rocket engine powered by a non-toxic, carbon-neutral, bio-derived solid fuel. This test was made possible by generous contributions from investors who signed up during our first-of-its-kind equity crowdfunding campaign on WeFunder. And if you invest now, this will help fund additional tests of the engine as they continue this year, as well as construction of Starless Rogue, which will be our full-scale suborbital launch vehicle. And parts of the engine that you are about to see here will be used in the flight version that does power Starless Rogue Beta in flight later this year. And we're going to take you now to the static fire test stand for MAREVL 2.0. And so there we see, in its test configuration, MAREVL 2.0, cradled in Test Stand 2.0, with the most advanced suite of sensors that we've ever put together to test and optimize operation of a rocket engine. And if you just saw the update there on the bottom bar, we just had a go-no-go poll. All systems are nominal, and the test is expected now at about 2:15 p.m., so just about 10 minutes from now. View across the nozzle of MAREVL 2.0. This should be a very exciting view to keep eyes on during the test. And with that final go, no-go poll concluded, don't want to say test is imminent just yet because we are at least 5 to 7 minutes out. But we are getting very close here. Just got a lovely email from bluShift investors Tom and Gigi Quinby. Thank you so much for your well wishes. And we are very excited to, as they say, light this candle. And thank you everyone who is joining us for what we believe is the first firing of a hybrid rocket engine using a bio-derived, non-toxic fuel intended for commercial use, ever. Glad to have you with us. Alright, we've got a couple minutes here, so I'll just run over some of the tech specs on MAREVL 2.0. So, our modular adaptable rocket engine for vehicle launch has a diameter of 61 centimeters, or about 2 feet. By comparison, MAREVL 1.0 had a diameter of 6 inches. So this is a pretty big step up. Maximum thrust for this test will be about 50 to 60 kilonewtons, or 13,400 pounds of force. But over time, as we ramp up, and then in flight, MAREVL 2.0 will have a maximum thrust of just above 80 kilonewtons, or around 18,000 pounds of force. The test that we're going to see today should run for just about 5 seconds at full throttle, with 2 seconds of throttle at preceding it. So a pretty short test. But in time, tests are going to run for the full amount of time that this engine will burn, which is about 85 seconds. And another fun fact, the rough mass of the fueled combustion chamber alone is about 4,200 pounds, a little over 2 tons. Alright, Samurai Hash asked, given that it's a hybrid rocket engine, does that mean we've got a liquid oxidizer and a solid fuel? The answer is yes. Oh, okay. We're going to test fire suppression here. Just a moment. Alright, so for fire suppression, we should expect basically an outgassing of carbon dioxide. Should appear as a white vapor. All right. Fire suppression test is imminent with a full static fire test to follow shortly. All right, the engineers are just calling roll real quick, but with a couple seconds until the test. I saw another good question from Samurai Hash. Does the engine have no nozzle or engine bell? Good question. Doesn't quite look at it like it, but it does internally. All right, fire suppression is nominal. Full static fire test is imminent. also got confirmation from the engineering team that the igniter and oxidizer lines have been purged, which is just a precaution to eliminate any gases that might be trapped in there. The board is green, all is nominal, and that test is imminent. All right, so quick update at this time. We are in a hold. Looks like some sort of issue with the fire suppression system, so safety first. We are going to hold. In the meantime, terrific question from Sir John IV. When the test starts, instead of saying engine start, or whatever the standard terminology is there, can you go with engage instead? Well, it's tempting, Sir John IV. We'll take it into consideration. Rocket Yan, good to see you. Yes, absolutely. We remember. What changes have been made for MAREVL 2.0? Good question. The short version is it's bigger. It's about 4 times the diameter, about 10 times the maximum thrust. And this is going to power a commercial launch vehicle, suborbital rocket, all the way to 350, 400 kilometers. And that should be by the end of this year. Actually, while we wait, I would like to take you to the video, kind of the official trailer for Starless Rogue. We had a lot of fun working with the NAC factory on this, and we filmed it kind of like an action trailer. But this is very serious. We are working on Starless Rogue actually right now with this engine test. So we'll roll that for you in just a moment. Enjoy. And bring some popcorn.
When I look up at the sky, I see so much potential.
Tell me, when you saw Stardust launch, what did you see? Did you see all that possibility? Because I did.
We must now begin to reach higher. Our last crowd equity funding campaign raised over $750,000. It confirmed we have the right team, the right methodology, and the right location to achieve our goals. And with every success comes more opportunity, more potential.
Our next rocket, Starless Rogue, will reach space. We have the engine, we have the design.
For this next stage, we will need to raise more. Now we have to finish the rocket and build the launch site. We will have the very first polar orbit launch site on the east coast of the United States. The success we've already had, it's just the beginning.
What we work on today will improve the world of tomorrow.
The possibilities are endless.
Let's reach for the stars.
All right, everybody. We have a progress report. The test has been scrubbed. There was a stuck valve and the fire suppression system is just on. So we want to make sure that that is unstuck for the full test. Here to give a little bit more information, bluShift founder and CEO Sasha Derry in just a few minutes. All right, I'm Seth.
And I'm Sasha.
And we are here to walk through what just happened and what is happening next.
Yeah, so everything was going very well. We were waiting for the final jet to arrive and land, and we are, there's Todd. And basically, this is a test these guys ran. This is a fire suppression test that they run. And more than ever before, you know, our tests are really being run very safely. The team has done an amazing job at designing an incredibly robust, not only infrastructure for fire suppression, but procedures. And it looks like fundamentally what happened, like Seth was saying, one of the valves got stuck on. This is a test we actually performed early this morning, and the valves were working fine today. As happens so often with rockets, valves are your big Achilles heel. My estimate is that there's a good chance that tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, these guys will be running for another test. So I've got to say, I got to speak for a second for what our technical team has done.
Yes.
I'm not going to say everybody's name. I'll try. Alex, Luke, Gerard, David, of course, Skylar, Doug, Aaron. Who am I missing?
Put me on the spot here.
But these guys were working till I think well past midnight last night, working very hard to get everything set up here, and it's amazing how smoothly everything's gone this morning. You know, we were just about ready for a test right at 2 o'clock on the dot, and had to wait for that jet to come in. So it's really amazing. You know, this is the first test is always the hardest one to get exact. And I'm amazed that we almost did it on the dot, you know, very close to 2 o'clock, or very close in our world. So thank you guys all very much for your patience. All of this, everything you're seeing on the video cameras, this is all possible because of investors through our crowd equity funding campaign on WeFunder. And we're about to wrap up our $1 million raise on there about a month from now. So thank you all who are on this the video and know that you are part of the ownership and part of what's been able to make this possible. So looking forward to having you guys here tomorrow, same time. We really wanted it to happen for the weekend. I know the engineers really wanted to make it happen for the weekend so everybody could tune in easily. But same time tomorrow, I think we have a very good chance of going again.
Yeah, and we should mention, you may have seen Sasha looking couple of times off to the side here. So there we have a view. We have a line of sight view out of this window here in the command trailer out to the test stand. So we're just checking on it. And everything other than that stuck valve, everything was nominal. Everything continues to look pretty good.
Yep. Bodes well for tomorrow.
Should we talk about
sure,
that
yeah.
there? Yeah. Okay. So we got kind of a big announcement.
Yeah, the big announcement is that once we wrap up this crowd equity funding raise, we will be moving on to our $6.5 million seed round, which will be a convertible note round, and this will fundamentally be funding the build out, the final testing of the MAREVL engine and the building of Starless Rogue, our suborbital rocket to launch research, student payloads to space, doubling the time that these experiments experiencing 0G in space today. And this will be open to accredited investors. And actually, here in the state of Maine, we are qualified for the Finance Authority of Maine's program, seed program, that actually allows investors, whether if you are somebody in the state of Maine or a VC outside of the state of Maine, you can actually receive up to 40% credit on your investment. So it's almost like an insurance policy. So it's a really incredible opportunity that we actually qualified and applied for and got in the state of Maine. So we're very excited about that. That'll probably open up after April. So stay tuned. Anyways, the important thing here is tomorrow at 2 p.m. We expect we will reignite this YouTube video stream. So, pun intended.
Yes, yes. So it'll be a new stream link. We'll push that out later this afternoon. But basically, same time, same channel, same YouTube channel. And we hope to see you all there. So thank you again so much.
Yeah, thank you very much for your patience and your support. Spread the word and wish us the best for tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, Sasha's gonna jump back in the comments on YouTube, so he'll still be there to say hi and answer your questions. And we're gonna wrap this stream up soon, but I just wanted to take a moment. If anybody has some questions we can answer, any fun rabbit hole to jump down, you know, it'll be good to interact with folks. So. We'll have our eyes on the comments in the next couple of minutes here. Max Q Aerospace. See your request in the comments there. Let's have our people talk to your people. We'll figure something out. You can always reach out at the contact form on our website. So that's probably the best way to start that ball rolling. Ah, Sasha beat me to it. There we go. So it goes. Marco Maldini says, "À demain." Mais oui. And just putting it in writing here, next attempt at a static fire test of MAREVL 2.0 will be tomorrow, Monday the 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. Philip Ryu said, building the test stand is as hard as building the engine. Absolutely true. I sound like that's coming from experience. It's my guess. Keep up the pressure. Literally. That is how we do it. Thank you for your faith in us, sir. Well, thank you everybody for your understanding and your well wishes. I think we really will wrap up the live stream up in just a minute or two here. But first, our media relations consultant, Todd McKee, is going to make sure that we all have, you all have the invite link to the bluShift Discord server. If you'd like to join, that's a chance to hang out with all of us, not just the comms team, but also the engineers. And there's a special channel where you can even check in with Sasha directly. Every once in a while, he has a chance to to reply to messages there. And of course, I should reiterate that our equity crowdfunding campaign, first of its kind, over on WeFunder, is ending soon. So now is your chance to get your foot in the door and invest in sustainable aerospace. Not only bio-derived fuel, but non-toxic. And then shortly after, we kick off the seed round for accredited investors. All right, well, I think it's just about time to wrap things up, sign off. If you're just joining us, this has been an attempt for a static fire test of our modular adaptable rocket engine for vehicle launch. Ultimately, the test was scrubbed due to a stuck valve. We will reattempt at the same time tomorrow, so the stream will begin just before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard on Monday, the 28th. Hope to see you there and then.